what is life without a Norm mug? If I was really going to pay tribute to him, I should pick up the mug and not drink out of it like he always did. Oh, I forgot I had this cup. I'm very glad I just found it. Guys, Miami is going to the national championship. Um, just it doesn't feel real to me still that they are in the national title game, but also it's crazy to me that they're playing against a guy who was the coach at JMU, place where I lived so many years of my life, like that town that it's in Harrisonburg, Virginia. I don't know what to say, man. I'm just so happy for both schools, but as I told my dad, it's war when they step onto that field. Either way, you have to really be happy for both schools, even if you're a Miami hater or if you're an Ohio State fan, something like that with these two schools. I mean, for Cristobal to really pump life into that program and have the running game flowing the way it is with just Tony and Fletcher and all those guys, man, and the ice in the veins of Carson Beck in that moment to run it in there and get a touchdown. I mean, that was the experience showing, and Cristobal's keeping them together. He's not letting it be. Because let's be honest, Miami got their people paid attention to them to begin with starting in the 80s because of all the flash, right? But he's kept the personalities. They're closely knit. I mean, there's cohesion with this squad. And at the same time, that's exactly what Cignetti's doing, but Miami has been winning. Really, the only game that wasn't close, I feel like, in the playoffs was against Ohio State because Ohio State was there were mistakes in that game that really kept them hanging around, and I think the score did not indicate how well Miami played physically, especially. But that's exactly what Indiana is thriving with right now is physicality and not just that, but smart plays, which last night Oregon was not making. I mean, case in point, you open the game up with a pick six on a bad read. I mean, I can't believe that there was a time where it was close because I woke up and saw the score. I went to sleep and it was 42-15, knowing it was done. And they still made bad plays after that. You would have thought, like, something would have gone their way after that long first touchdown drive they had, but nothing did. I mean, they credit to them responded very well after that pick six. Just yeah, you make a poor read there and then another poor read, giving the ball back to Indiana at the end of the game. It was a disaster for Oregon, and I don't know what it is, man, but they just do not show up in these big games. Ohio State years ago with Mariota, and could even bring it back further. The Cam Newton year, where I mean, you don't wrap up a tackle, and the guy goes for what 70 yards it was on that play, and ultimately Auburn won the national championship. It's going to be a hell of a matchup, man. And I'm so happy I'm going to be going live for it because I want to be able to have the moment there for you all for when my team hoists the trophy for the first time since 2002. Miami Hurricanes national champions. But look, I will say this. I'm happy for Indiana too. I really am because that school deserves all that they're getting right now. Cignetti deserves all the praise. And this is, I mean, I don't know if I've ever looked forward to a national championship game more in my lifetime than this one. Miami playing at home. I mean, either way, each story is going to be something crazy because Indiana wins that game. They're hoisting a trophy on the road, basically, against, I mean, arguably, I think Miami is, if Indiana's the biggest story of the year, I think Miami's the second biggest for how far they've come since they lost their last regular season game. I mean, dare I say, Carson Beck is the comeback player of the year, even though he never really went away. I mean, he's thriving right now, and I just never expected this with the Hurricanes this season. I truly didn't. But that's the old chunk of coal I am. Shows how much I know about the game today, right? Oh man, I'm gonna be so nervous on that stream. I'm gonna be like, it's helping me confront my anger for the referees and or miscues for Miami everything because I have to keep it together for you all. but but that is not the main reason I am here right now. It is to preview Monday night, Sunday night, and Saturday night games for the NFL. And my God, like what you talk about an unexpected season for the Miami Hurricanes, a Florida team. I think the Jags have them beat because did anyone see this season coming? And did you see it coming that Josh Allen could be going to the playoffs? There'd be a year he goes when Mahomes is not there, when Lamar Jackson's not there, and Joe Burrow, and he's going to be out in the first round. And I'm not just saying that because I'm currently a resident of St. Johns County, Florida. I do think it's true. I think this is the if there's ever a year for Jacksonville, it's right now. I mean, even guys on That's Good Sports, I mean, in their day, Perna sitting there saying that they're the number one team in the league right now. That says it all, man. And I feel like a lot of people say that after their team beats theirs because you don't really have a choice. But I could tell he was impressed with what he saw from that team when they beat his Broncos the regular season. And it took me a while to be impressed myself. I really wasn't until they went in there and just picked apart the Chargers. That's when I was like, okay, there's something to this team, and honestly, should have swept Houston, which their defense is legit. I mean, I think people who are sleeping on Houston in the playoffs should not be. Stroud's playing better than he ever has been. I feel like both AFC South teams are going to get it done in their games this weekend. I'm picking the yes, Father Time will catch up to Rodgers, and unfortunately, he's going to catch a beating against Houston, and they're going to just take it to him. He's going to have to do what he's known for and have the quick release because it's if they get him off his game a little bit and they go down 14-0, I mean, it could get very ugly with the Steelers in that game. So I'm picking, honestly, I'm picking Houston to win that one, probably something like 38-21, or, maybe like I don't know, 34-17, something like that. But I think it's going to be Houston's going to put up some points, and same with the Jags. I mean, I feel like the Jags are probably going to Bills will hang around for a while, or maybe like keep it competitive going into the second half. Jags will start to pull away. There'll be some moment where the Bills make it look like, all right, they have a chance still, and then off with their heads. And picking Jacksonville to prevail by at least 10 points. But the game coming up now, we have Carolina and St. Louis. This is maybe the most interesting game of all the games in the playoffs. And I'm saying that because even though it feels like the Twilight Zone, the Rams lost in the regular season, albeit in kind of a fluke, but they lose to the Panthers in that game. You can't take it away from them. It's like, did that even happen? And the Rams today, I think, are going to prove that that was exactly that, a fluke. And they're going to probably win this game by 3 touchdowns. I mean, it could be more because while the Rams have been struggling lately, dropping a game to the Falcons, okay, lost a close one where a lot of people argue that the Rams maybe they should have won that game against the Seahawks, but Stafford's playing better than ever. And I feel like if they can just control the Panthers early enough, stop Bryce Young on third down, or maybe the refs will step in and do that for them so the Rams don't have to. I don't know, but I am picking the Rams to win that one comfortably. And then tonight, kind of the same thing. I think it's unfortunate what happened to the Packers this year with Jordan Love, and I mean, still, there was no easy path to victory for the Bears in the regular season. Did find a way to get the win against the Packers the second time they played, and that's what we have to go off of is that game, the most recent one, because that was a different starter for the Packers in that game than the first one, and so I'm picking the Bears to. I feel like the Bears will probably win that one. I would say by at least 10. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the Packers lead at one point in the first half, but I'm picking the Bears in that one. Maybe 31-21. Could be 31-17, possibly, a little bit more than that. But I think the Packers will make it competitive. But I feel like it's going to be a bigger margin of victory than it was in that second regular season meeting. And couple more. The Patriots, they're going to run over the Chargers in that game just because I feel like the Chargers, they have too many problems with their offensive line. But again, the postseason, like Mario Cristobal said the other night, we go into these games and we're looking at it 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Let's focus on this game. Chargers have a chance to do that. They have a chance to put behind everything from the regular season. And forget, if they can get something going with Keenan Allen. I know the Patriots got back key offensive linemen going into this matchup. I know that their defense is it's a little bit healthier than it was in the regular season, but if Chargers have a fast start, they can win this, and that would be credit to Justin Herbert. But if they don't, I just feel like the Patriots are going to run away with this one. And that's that, man. I mean, we'll see what happens with Drake May, first playoff game. And man, it's wild to think that it's only the second playoff game the Patriots have had since Brady left town. That's crazy because they have met in the postseason before, the Chargers and Patriots, but there's not really bad blood with those teams. There's no rivalry with them, and I feel like the Chargers, they have an uphill battle in this one, but we'll see what happens, man. I mean, Patriots, they scared me at the end of the regular season. I mean, I didn't want to say it out loud, but I thought that they were the best team in the NFL for a while there over the Jags and the Broncos. And then they lost to the Bills the way they did. And that's a similar fashion. That's the reason why I doubted the Jags, was because of that Houston game and then the way that they played against the Rams. It was like, man, this team showed such promise, but they got it together. Whereas the Patriots, I mean, they found a way to win against the Ravens, similar situation where they should have won that game, you feel like, easily, but they had to fight and claw and scratch. And then you look at it and it's like, did the Patriots win that game or did the Ravens defeat themselves? You get what I'm saying here, that I don't feel like New England should have won that game, but we're going to see what happens. Uh, doing an honorary back porch show today because it is in the 80s in northern Florida today, and I did not want to sit out back and lose my breath in the humidity in the first 10 minutes of doing this. I got my special playoff background here for you all that I hope you enjoy. But those are my picks, guys. I will be putting out a promo post for the national championship stream that I am going to be doing for Miami and Indiana. Check that out, please. That is going to be, man, I cannot wait to watch that game. Today is what that's supposed to be on the 19th. Just want to make sure I give you the right date for that game. I'll be dropping all of that info for you in the promo post, and yeah, I'll be commenting my picks for this game on this video once it concludes. And just hope everybody's having a solid first couple weeks of the new year. A lot has been happening in the world, and I used to just, for some odd reason, wanted to get online and just rant about these issues in the world, and like, that's therapeutic. That's good to help us grow as people, but at the same time I kind of feel like, who am I? I think we all feel that way when we're discussing certain topics, at least. And just was like, no, I want to talk about, I'm an entertainer at heart, and I want to just have some fun with you, do these shows. And as promised, I have finally gotten my buy me a coffee together, so you'll have somewhere else to if you feel so inclined to donate, and you're all too kind if you do that, I appreciate it. Uh, I am getting back on stage with stand up, so it's lots coming. And I also have a new project that I've been filming. I do some acting and voice acting outside of just stand up and podcasts, so a lot of things are happening in my life, but all good things for the most part. And I just really hope you all are getting what you want out of this year. If you're a resolutions type person, if you're just bettering yourself and you've already been at work with it since last year, or been at work with it longer than that, it ain't a sprint, it's a marathon. And hope you enjoy the games today, everybody. And yeah, tune in for a lot of cool stuff coming up. Try and post on my Instagram and other places and keep you updated with what I'm doing. But things are looking good. Happy weekend. And yes, I am going to say this on the sports podcast. Go Canes. Wait a minute. Let's hook up my horns. Damn it, I can't do the U signal on here. You know what? It's my show. I'm going to do it the proper way.